Hey everybody, this is Tom. Welcome. I have a great video for you today. I'm re-recording the introduction video because the other one got deleted. I don't know what happened, but obviously I'm not at the landing. If you can see behind me, what is that? That's the mighty Mississippi. I'm down here in Onalaska, La Crosse area, which is southwestern Wisconsin, right on the Mississippi. I'm down here for work. Just wanted to do this introduction, talk about the video coming up. It's another garden chat where we're talking about the changing of the seasons. So check that out. And you can hit like, subscribe, and follow and all that good stuff. But we're going to talk about the trip to St. Louis and how bad the garden did with that heat spell we had last week, and and some of the lessons learned along the way, and some changes I'm going to make for the 2025 season. But it's beautiful here. Check it out. Man, love it down here in the Driftless along the Mississippi. So I hope you're having a great day. Remember, hit like, subscribe, follow, let your friends take a look at it, and then stay tuned as we're going to build up this new garden, make a little changes, some tweaks, improvements. You'll see some cool things that are starting to grow, which make me very happy. Hint, hint, clematis. And we're going to start a cycle of change as we're going to start going internal, inside, as the seasons change, and be focusing on some other things other than the garden, because we're going to get frost in about a week or two, week and a half maybe. So we got to be ready for that. But anyway, enjoy the video. Leave your comments below. What lessons did you learn this year? We'll talk to you real soon. Take care, everybody. Okay, welcome to the garden, everybody. Here at the landing on the banks of the Willow River. Dun, dun, dun. Look at that. It's a grackle. He's very hungry. Here I thought they had all left. No, Gary the grackle is still here. So welcome to the garden. We are going to take a quick garden tour. Planter out front is showing signs of fall. So plants are starting to die off. There's still some cool flowers in there though. I'm super excited about this. This is clematis and it's growing very well. The stuff to the right is vetch and we're gonna be dealing with that, but clematis is beautiful. We even have a bud. Woohoo, we're gonna have a flower there soon, folks. The one over on this side didn't make it. That's okay, we'll have one next year. As you can see, I've got a lot of veggies to pick, but this is a good problem to have. And it is changing. We are in a season of change. You can see the changing leaves up there. You can see the changing leaves up there. Everything is getting that brown look. We even have leaves in the grass. So let's go in the garden, talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly in the season of change. One more beautiful thing I had to note, this decorative grass, and I know it's the devil because it spreads like wildfire, but it is super cool. Isn't that cool? Gotta love it. But that's all seeds, folks. Brutal. So let's talk about the bad. Let's start here. So this is the hybrid rain gutter grow system. And they're basically two tables that are flipped upside down, and we have a ½ inch of water, theoretically, in each. Now there is a drain. There's two drains in each table. I'll show you what those look like here in a second. Here's one. So you can see I put a little PVC pipe in here, and it gives about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch or ½ an inch of water in here. And it doesn't leak. It's all caulked in, so it doesn't leak at all. But that's our maximum fill line. So anything, if there's any water that goes over that, it drains out, which is totally fine. That's what it's supposed to do. But the other side is we have all these grow bags in here and they dry out really fast. So you got to keep water in these or you're going to dry out. And that's what happened. So when I got home from traveling, the tomato here, the black cherry, was showing signs of stress. Rosemary doesn't care. It's actually doing quite well. And I'm thinking about moving that inside for the winter. Peppers are actually looking pretty good. They were looking a little stressed, but we're finally getting peppers. Look at that. So all the bitching that I did this year about peppers, and we're finally getting them in. Finally getting peppers, and I'm super excited about that. Green beans really needed the water. When they're putting on beans and growing beans, it really stresses them. And as you can see, they're running a little low on nutrient right now. So they need some Epsom salts, they need some water to keep them producing. You know, we did lose some leaves. It did look very stressed. So we'll make that happen here in a few minutes. This tomato plant, it's a cherry tomato plant. It actually had some storm damage. You can see this is actually broken off and needs to be removed. There it goes. So I can take this off. But that's toast. The plant is actually not looking too bad. Other than that leaf or that stem that got broken off, but we'll let that grow and see what it does. Here on the cucumber side, this is another hybrid rain gutter grow system table. These were looking horrible, just terrible. They need water. Cucumbers are all about water. This was my strongest cucumber plant here. There were 2 of them, and they look really rough, if not dead. So actually we got some leaves up there. So we'll see. They had a double hit where they got hit when I took down the maple tree there. They got hit. Same with this yellow pear tomato. Both, I threw the branches over and they got hit by that, plus lack of water when they really needed it. And they are saying, thanks, guy, but no thanks. So they're looking pretty rough. The peppers here, these are my beaver dam peppers, are actually starting to grow, which is crazy. I guess the extra light really kicked them along, and nutrient, of course. But I do have cucumbers. So that's pretty exciting. I mean, they'll grow a little better now that I'm here. I'm going to be giving them water. You can see I'm getting different ones popping up here and there. I've got this funky looking one from water deficiency. This massive one, it's a little funky, but it's good. It's just we're running out of runway here. Oh, that one, that's another one, another funky one, but hey, we'll still eat those anyway. And this is one I'm super excited about. I've never grown this before, but this is a delicata squash. We actually do have a delicata squash growing. It's pretty exciting. So we'll see what it does. This stuff was all late just because I threw down and said, I'm just sick of the peppers not growing. Let's try cucumbers, and here we are. So the big lesson is, if you don't automate the hybrid rain gutter grow systems, and people do automate the watering systems on these, you need to have water. You have to water these every week or so, or every few days, because these grow bags do dry out. So not only do we have the squirrel pressure where they're digging up everything in sight, like on that one, but they will dry out, so you got to get them water. And that's the bottom line. So that was a real big lesson learned with these, and why I'm really going to change these out for barrel type wicking beds next year. So that's the ugly. The good. Tomatoes, baby. Tomatoes. These are looking awesome. I've got like 5 varieties of tomatoes in here, and they are kicking. Also have companion planted bush beans in the middle, which is giving these plants nutrient and really pushing their production. So I'm super excited about that. I thought I had yellow, yeah, I think this is it here, the yellow tomato, but I think that is a yellow tomato. I was trying something a little new this year. We'll see. It's got a couple tomatoes. That's okay, but we like bunches of tomatoes, and I love bunches of tomatoes that look like this, and look like this, and look like that, and look like this and that. So yes, the tomatoes I'm very pleased with overall. The sad thing is I've got blight in here. I'll do another video on that, but you can see here the brown leaf spot. Septoria brown leaf spot is not good. So as good as this bed has been this year, it's going to be off limits for like 3 years for tomatoes. We've got to get those mold spores out of there, the bacteria out of there. And and it'll stick around for 3 years. So that stinks. Now here, we've got our zucchini. And I pulled 3 big zucchini out of here yesterday. I can see one there and another one there. We've got more zucchini coming, baby. Sweet. So it's pretty exciting. This plant here, there's 4 plants in here. This plant here just has not really produced. Oh, there's one. There you go. I stand corrected. So zucchini has been great. It does take over. So, I mean, it's claiming over half of this wicking bed. And then up front, we've got our basil, we've got our broccoli, we've got a cabbage. So what's notable here, the basil has taken off. They had the heat and the water, and it just went. And so really loving the basil in here. It smells so good right now. It just is awesome. So when you see with the heat, when you see this going on, pinch it, because it wants to bud out, and you want to pinch that back, keep it from budding out. I really do need to come in here and harvest. I talked about making really bushy basil earlier this season, and here you go. It's a nice bushy, this is one plant right here. This is one plant, so it's doing really well. Cabbage is here. You can see all the holes in my leaves, and the reason why is because we have this thing right here, cabbage worm right there. I saw a whole bunch in here before, so I'm gonna have to go on a mission to clear some cabbage worms. You know, look for this sign, holes in your leaves, also little dirt on your leaves. That's not dirt, that's from cabbage worms. So find them, eliminate them. They love cabbage. They love, oh yeah, here he is. He's going down. They love cabbage worms, or they love cabbage. They love broccoli. They love the Brussels sprouts and cauliflower. So watch out for those. There are like 4 on here. Here's another one. It's that little white butterfly with a black spot on them. They're just laying eggs. That's what they do. That's how they reproduce. It's a part of nature. But they will eat down your plants. So yeah, I'll be going on a cabbage worm hunt here in a second. But all in all, it's been a good season. It's been a really good season. Super excited. Learned a lot. I've got some changes to make, particularly with these 2 beds. The grow bags just dry out too quick, and I'm just going to be traveling in the summer. So I've got to have a system that will work for me, and opening that up with the light, you know, has really made a difference. These plants took off when they got more light. So future projects coming up. You can kind of see it back here. It's my compost dumping spot, for lack of a better word. So I'm going to make a formal compost bed back there, and that's where all the compost is going to be. I have this tumbler, and it works okay. I think food scraps are going to go in there unless I get my worm bins going. More on that soon too. Other changes, well, I'll do another video on that. This is getting pretty long, so I do appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something from it. I know I've learned something from it. It's time to pick some veggies. Time to pick some green beans and peppers and good stuff. I got to plant some comfrey, water everything. I'll be doing a lessons learned video soon-ish. Just got to get everything recharged and ready to go, because it's going to be another week of fun and excitement. So this is Tom. Remember to learn, do, grow, be a little better every day. Garden. It's fun. All right, everybody. We'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.